Hey guys. Uh, Today I'm going to start something. A new series of challenges I'm going to do to kind of get me into shape, or just get me out and about in nature more. And I'm calling it the All Water Challenge. Basically, what the premise is going to be is around where I live in northern Ontario, there is bodies of water, lakes, ponds, whatever, all over the place. And you can visit them. Some of them have roads going to them. You can fish in them. But there's also a ton of them which have no access whatsoever. There's no roads that lead to them. You know, maybe there's a skidoo path that goes there. But for the most part, they're completely inaccessible. They're just buried away in the woods. These huge bodies of water. So basically what this challenge is going to be is I'm going to walk out of town, find a road and align myself with this body of water on Google Maps, and I'm just going to walk through the wilderness and try to get there. And what I want to do is basically get to every body of water within walking distance of my town. It's not going to be easy because some of them look like a real bitch to get to, and it might be a little dangerous at times, but I just think it'll be a good way to get in shape and get out and, I don't know, have some interesting videos and stories to tell my kids someday. I don't know. Anyway, I'm on my way to the first one, which I've labeled Excellence Point, I believe, on Google Maps. So I'll update this with any interesting things that happen on the way. All right. Alright, also, if I'm able to, I'm going to try and take any little shortcuts I can, get off the roads, things like that. So, first one is pretty well traveled. There's a little hill you can climb up instead of going around. Oh fuck, that scared me. There's a little path you can take. And it's very serene, even though it's extremely steep. It's probably going to tire me out by the time I get to the top of it, but save me some time. I didn't realize when I left the sky is looking very gloomy, so hopefully it doesn't rain. Alright, we're coming out the other side. Now the way I was going to take, I got to go down this road and then cut left through the woods. So let's go that way. That's where I just came from, it was way down there at the park. So we're making good time. Look at that. I think we can see my house from here. That's us right there. So, already had our first obstacle. I'm gonna head back though. Where I was planning on going in, there was like a worker there. And I don't think he'd care if I started cutting through the woods, but I'd rather just not risk it because it is illegal, I'm pretty sure. A lot of this area up here, it's all old mine shafts, and a lot of it's fenced off because it's not, I guess, safe anymore to be walking on because the ground could give out, something like that. So I would just wait until he left. It only took a couple minutes, but I'm going to head back that way, see if he's still there. I don't think he is, and then go through. Alright guys, this is where I was going to enter. Head straight this way, we get to Excellence Point if I just keep walking. Although I noticed something over here. I didn't realize this on Google Maps. There's a trail. Now this isn't mapped. So I'm just going to poke my head around the corner and see what's over here. See how far this goes on. Because I don't really want to walk through someone's property, so if this just like goes into somebody's yard, I'll probably double back. But yeah, I don't know what this is. Some sort of like little construction road or something. So we'll check this out. Okay, so I think this is just an old road that they used to access the mine area. you look up there, that's like an old mine head or something. It's a nip lookout. So this is basically going the direction that I was gonna go anyway. It'll just save me a minute having to walk through the trees and stuff. But that's where we're going, way over to that tree line. But I'll follow this little path for a second, see if it can get me closer. I think it can. These old mines are so pretty. I mean, they've kind of destroyed the landscape a little bit, but what they left behind is really incredible to look at. So keep going this way. There used to be a little watchtower at the top of that. Actually, it wasn't little, it was pretty big, but recently they had to take it down because I guess it wasn't safe anymore. Public were using it to take pictures and stuff. It was really pretty, but they had to remove it, unfortunately. I guess that's good for me though. That means nobody's here, so nobody's gonna report me for walking through all this. Anyway, look at that view. Absolutely incredible. All right, let's keep going. Okay, I think we're coming up to our first real obstacle here. I think this is all fenced off. I gotta go through this tree line here. But because there was old mines around this area, they fenced off a lot of these woods because it's not safe to walk around them. All fenced off. And it's starting to rain. I'm gonna go up and down the side here and see if I can't find an entrance somewhere I can climb over. I would just climb, but it's barbed at the top. So this won't be easy, but I really don't want to give up already. We've just started. All right, guys, this is not looking good. Been walking for a couple minutes, and that fence, I don't know if you can see that, it just keeps going and going and going. And the rain is picking up too. I really don't want to give up. But man, this is already looking really, really doom and gloom. I'm gonna go a little bit farther. So I found this spot where the fence is pretty loose on the bottom. I might be able to pull that and crawl under. My issue though, once I get through there, is it gonna be fenced on the other side? I don't know. If it is, and I have to crawl back through, I might have to give up right there. That's gonna take so much energy and time. So do I keep going? It looks like the fence turns. Maybe I can go all the way around. I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a quick look. If I can, that'd be a blessing. I'm gonna go find out if I can go around. All right, guys, update. The fence keeps going on forever, but I found this spot where that barbed wire is completely loose. I'm gonna do something that I really hope I don't regret. And please, I'm a professional. Please do not try this. There's my town over there. If I scream, they'll probably be able to hear me and get me, so. Okay, that was sketchy, but we're over. Now into uncharted territory. Let's go. Wow, guys, are you seeing this? You would not want to fall down there. That's got to be 50 feet. That's why people aren't allowed back here. Jeez. Okay, update. The farther in I got, this fence started getting more and more mangled, like a bird's nest, the barbed wire. So I had to jump back over. I ripped my pants a little bit. That's all right. I figured I'll just follow this as far as it'll go and see what happens, because if I keep going, I might get stuck in there. I have to walk all the way back to where I came from. Okay, guys, this is looking good. I think I see the lake up ahead. Oh, man. All right. Gotta keep recording so I can get the... Oh, yeah, look at that. I don't know how far we are from our path. I might have to find Excellence Point. Man, I'm glad I didn't have to go through that fence. Beautiful. I still got a ways to go to get down there. It's actually a little farther than it looks. Oh, there's a telephone wire out there. Or power line. I wonder what that is. Okay, let's go check it out. Oh, wow. Am I glad I didn't keep going through this fenced-in area. What the hell? I would have had to climb through all that crap. That would have sucked. Big crevasse there. Yeah, no. Glad I went around. So it looks beautiful up ahead. I can't wait to get there. And then I realized that's all like way below me, and I get to this ledge. Maybe it's hard to tell through the camera, but that is a giant drop. So I have to climb down very carefully here. Oy vey. Alright. Still got a bit of ways to go down, but at least it's like a pretty consistent slope now. That won't be so bad. I guess you can't really tell through the trees, but we were kind of up high. And we're making our way down. Wow, this area is just absolutely beautiful. I can hear the loons singing too. Hopefully, while I'm recording, I can catch it on audio. It's really pretty. It's been an absolute treat. Hopefully the rest of my adventures can be this beautiful. I did take this path first because on Google Earth, I couldn't even tell that fence, like, you can't see the fence on Google Earth really. I knew it was there, sort of. I didn't know how like big it was. But I could tell there's a lot of rocky patches like this, which would be nice to walk on, so that's why I took this as my first one, even though it is kind of far away from my house. Yeah, I think the next one we're going to do is Puddle, which is just all forest for like, well, you can take a bit of a road to get somewhat close, but then it's probably like 2 hours of walking through the woods. So I'm going to enjoy this while I can. I mean, look at that. It's breathtaking. So coming up to Excellence Point anytime now. I found this little rocky glade. It's really, really pretty. I'm wondering if maybe like skidoos come through here in the winter. I'm not sure, but it's very flat in this area. Not, oh yeah, look, that looks like a, oh, like a side-by-side or like a four-wheeler path here. Or it could be skidoos too. I'll just follow this. I think this should take me to Excellence Point. I'm just gonna let this thing roll. Hopefully I have enough memory. Wow, this has been an absolute treat, guys. I'm trying not to think about walking back because it's going to be a lot of uphill. Wow. Look at this. Man, I wish I brought my fishing rod. Okay, it looks like there's some sort of skidoo trail here that goes around. Maybe I'll try to follow that back if I can. Oh, we're almost there. It'll be a bit of a climb. I put my pen right on the top of this hill. We're gonna get up there. Yeah, I'm definitely doing this series again. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And like I said, good exercise, good way to get out of the house. And, you know, make some stories. Anyway, let's get up this hill. I'll have to get a GoPro for this too, because having to hold my phone while I record these sections is kind of sketchy when I'm climbing hills and stuff. Ooh. We're almost there. Wow. See what I mean though? No roads to access this. You just gotta go out and get there. That's what I love about living in this part of the world. There's nobody around, just nature. You just get up and you can just walk somewhere. You just go, and no one's gonna stop you. Just breathtaking. I'm sure the fish in here are crazy too. Oh, Papa Squat. Wow. All right, well, that's the first lake. This is Lake Peterson, I believe. Excellence Point. I've settled it. Yeah, this is the first body of water on the all-water challenge. I still have to figure out how wide of an area the lakes and ponds in my area are going to be, because I do want to visit them all. And might be a couple I don't bother because you can just like walk into them from a road, so they're kind of boring. Or maybe I'll do it as like a two-parter, or like a 2-in-1. I'll go there first, just walk over to it. Anyway, thanks for watching if you got this far. I'll probably record a couple on the way back in case something funny happens or I see some wildlife or something, but yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Quick little thing I noticed while I'm walking back right now. Check this out. That's a car. How did a car get out here? In the middle of the woods, there's just a car. That makes you wonder. Weather update. It started raining. So hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get back, and hopefully this trail I'm taking doesn't use too far off course. And it's actually a shortcut instead of adding time to my trip, but we'll see. I mean, I could just go up there and cut right through the woods, but I really don't want to hit that fence again. That was a real pain in the ass, so we'll see where this goes. Check this out, guys. There's a chair here. That's the bottom of the chair. That's where you put your bum. It's clearly fallen out, but look what they've done to replace it. Look at that. That looks like a medieval torture device. That is rough. I think this is taking me back towards the mine, which is good because it is just all uphill. It is so steep. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to tell what the gradient is, but it is so steep. I'm exhausted. So this better be putting me out where I think we're going. I've started digging into my supplies here, so I'm getting thirsty. All right. Holy crap, that is steep. This was that fenced-in area I came through. Look how far that fence goes. It goes all the way down and it keeps going and it wraps back around. I get why they don't want people going in these areas, because there's a lot of collapsed mines and crevasses you can fall in, but man, that is a lot of fencing. I'm ever glad I didn't carry on and go through it, because I would have had to climb out the other side, which would have really blown. I thought maybe it was just like a wall of fence, but no, it's a complete enclosed area. That would have absolutely sucked. So I'm glad I took the extra time to go around. And it is pissing rain. Alright, I found a nice road now. I'm pretty sure this is gonna plop me out at Nip Lookout, that old mine that we crossed through near the start of the journey. Once I get there, I can just go left, cut through the rock pile, and should be able to get to the park from there pretty easily. So I think there's no more hard stuff left to do. It's smooth sailing from here, nice and flat, or mostly downhill. Well, yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. That's the adventure. I'll probably cut it off here, maybe just take some pictures of the views and stuff on the way back, but thank you so much for watching. And there'll definitely be more of these in the future. This was a blast. Even though I'm sweating balls and it is just pouring rain on me right now. It's just nice to know that I can do it. And the next venture out to the lake, well, this was Peterson Lake I went to. We're going to a place I've called Puddle, because it's not named on the map. Because you could kind of get here by four-wheel or snowmobile, I guess. Or like a side-by-side, or just like a truck go like through these little tiny wooden paths. But Puddle, there is no access. So this was kind of our test run. Oh, there's somebody. Got it now. There we go, there's one. So we're gonna head back. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.